Hey guys, welcome to At Home Fitness with Coach A. I am Coach A, and this is the YouTube channel that aims to bring you guys in gym quality coaching and workouts for your at home or garage gym needs. Now, today is Tuesday, September 29th. It is day number 197 of our at home fitness programming. Here is what we're looking at for today. We're going to start ourselves with a little strength complex of good mornings, lunge on the right side, a lunge on the left side. Now, those lunges are going to include the barbell that was on our back for the good morning, and we're going to do them in that order. So good morning, lunge, lunge, times 10 is going to be one round. So when it comes to setting that weight for the barbell, that is up to you. You should be able to complete those 10 reps together of each piece, so technically 30 total, but it should be a struggle. The rest, again, is up to you as much as you need to be able to perform all 3 of those rounds at ideally that weight. Now we're going to move on to the second piece here, our workout. It's going to be a 15-minute AMRAP. We have 3 movements, and one of them is going to be an ascending rep scheme. That is going to be Russian kettlebell swings. So you're going to do 5 the first round, 10 the second, 15 the third, and continue up from there. That's going to alternate with 5 goblet squats on that same kettlebell. The goblet squats are going to stay at 5 the entire time. So it's going to be a 5-5, 10-5, 15-5, etc. And we are going to toss a little caveat in there of 200-meter run every 3 minutes on the minute, meaning at 0, at 3, at 6, at 9, and at 12. So we are going to start with that 200-meter run before we do our 5 Russian swings and 5 goblet squats. Stick around if you guys want to see the demonstration or modifications for the workout.
All right, so here we go with our strength component for the day. It is going to be a good morning with the barbell on the back, a left lunge, and a right lunge. So we're stepping forward, pushing back. Barbell is going to stay in the same position. Don't really have a ton of room here, so I'm trying to be a little careful with where I'm at. But essentially what I'm looking for on that good morning is a soft knee, pushing the hips, hamstrings straight back as much as possible. It's very similar to an RDL. And then a stable position on my lunges. 10 of these in a row, 1, 1, 1. We're going to do 3 rounds, and you can rest a minute and a half in between. Right, let's talk about this 15-minute AMRAP. We have 2 different movements, the Russian kettlebell swing and the goblet squat. Russian kettlebell swings are going to be an ascending rep scheme, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, etc. And the goblet squats are going to stay the same at 5 reps. Your RX weight, guys, girls, is 53 and 35. You'll notice I took off for a run to start this workout. They will be a 200-meter run every 3 minutes on the minute, including that first minute. So I get back from my abbreviated 200-meter run for the video, and we're into our 5 Russian kettlebell swings. Once we hit 5, we're into the standard or the constant 5 goblet squat. After I complete these 5 goblet squats, you'll notice I go back into 10 Russian kettlebell swings. So this one will keep creeping up. It should get very high by the end of this, meaning you're probably going to have to break it into several sets. Now, when I finish these 10 Russian swings, I'm going to pop back. Oh, the clock has hit 3 minutes, so I take off again on another 200-meter run. There should be 5 of them in the 15-minute AMRAP, so we're not going to finish with a 200, but 0, 3, 6, 9, and 12 minutes in. And then I get back, and obviously I'm going to hit those 5 goblet squats again because that's where I left off. Stay tuned for movement modifications.
Through all the modifications for today's stuff, let's start with the strength piece. So if we're going to modify this, it probably means, well, technically it means one of 2 things. We either can't lunge with weight, or we don't have the barbell as equipment. So if we can't lunge with weight, let's go through and address this first. If we have the bar, but we can't lunge with it, then it's going to be as simple as pick it up, put it down, okay? In which case, obviously that takes a little bit of time to get the bar under the back. If that's what you're looking at, then I would rather you take that bar, hold it in front, and do an RDL. Exact same movement pattern, simply just, notification on the camera. Exact same movement pattern, simply just different position on the bar. Down in front of the legs, at the hips-ish, versus up on behind the shoulders. And then in which case you could just set the bar down and do your lunges from there. Keep in mind the lunges are supposed to be heavy, they are supposed to be hard, so that is part of the reasoning for this. Do not take that weight away unless you absolutely have to, okay? If it comes to the kind of thing where we don't have a bar, or we don't have anything we would put on our back like a weight vest or a loaded backpack or anything along those lines, then we can take the kettlebell and we can do that RDL with the kettlebell and then hold the weight for the lunge, and so on, okay? Dumbbells are gonna be the same thing. I'm gonna hold those dumbbells out in front of the knees and the hips, do my RDL, and then I can keep them here in lunge, I can stack them in lunge. I possibly can even stack them on the back of the traps, do a good morning if I want to. Just keep in mind, the higher that weight gets up away from where it's supposed to be on the good morning, meaning going from back here up to here, the more it's going to want to roll you over as you hinge into that good morning position, so that's going to make it a lot harder to do the movement. If we have a ball, something along those lines, that can be done the same way, in which case I'm just going to hold my ball, do the RDL, hug the ball, do the lunge steps, okay? Now, moving on to the workout. The 200-meter run is going to look like this when it comes to cardio modifications. 250 or 200 meters on the rower, guys, girls. 20 or 14 calories on an airdyne, guys, girls. And 400 meters on a Concept 2 bike. Now let's get to those two kettlebell movements. If we don't have ourselves a kettlebell, if I'm looking at a ball, one of the ways I can simulate that Russian swing is with a dip and a jump. I'm going to focus on squeezing the glutes, pushing through the heels, getting that posterior chain engagement, in which case I just take my ball and I squat with it. Or I can hug it and squat with it, and there's going to be my goblet squat. When it comes to dumbbells, a couple things I can do. The first is going to be that swinging dumbbell hinge to extension. Keep in mind this is pretty challenging for most people to control this accurately and aggressively, and you guys are probably going to end up doing a ton of reps at some point on the Russian swings, so possibly this might end up turning into hang power cleans. I know that is going to really slow the workout down, but if that is a movement your comprehension is much higher with, then I would rather see that and have it slow the workout down than have you guys get sloppy and beat yourselves up. Now, if we're going to a barbell, so the barbell route of how to do this, there's a couple different things we can do here. If we did the good morning with the bar, then we can take the barbell and simply do RDLs. Right? Getting our hamstring, getting our glute work on the extension, just like the kettlebell swing, we can do hang power cleans, and in which case we can set it on the shoulders and do our front squats for the goblet squat. The band method is obviously something we've done before when it comes to anchoring a band behind us, grabbing that band between the hips, pushing into the ground, creating the extension, getting all the hamstring and glute work that comes from that. That will still be an awesome modification on this for the Russian swings. If that's going to be the case, I would probably just do an air squat for the goblet squats. You're already going to move so fast anyway. Your rounds are going to be so much higher that you might as well just make it lighter and keep going and not change the pace of the workout. Keep it as a higher, more intense workout that is going to push you a little bit harder.